I think it's an important milestone in the growth and the maturation of the industry. The crypto industry has been plagued by inexperienced entrepreneurs like Sam, unreliable custodians like FTX, incompetent creditors, a dozen went bankrupt in the last year or two, unscrupulous promoters. And their failure is a necessary rite of passage for an industry that's going to lead to a new, more stable, more scalable ecosystem that'll be based on Bitcoin. Public companies like Block, MicroStrategy, Marathon, a dozen Bitcoin miners that are public, institutional money managers like Fidelity and BlackRock, and regulated banks when they eventually become custodians. The offshore crypto exchanges, the stable coins, the crypto tokens, the DeFi projects, they're going to shrink, fade into the background, and decouple from mainstream and institutional digital assets marketplace that'll be based on Bitcoin.
And you have Michael Saylor sitting here talking about that Bitcoin is going to be the base layer and that some of these other micro projects, your favorite altcoins, are going to fade into the background. We all know Michael's a Bitcoin maxi, but what's your take on this? Do you think that there's other room for other protocols? The Bitcoin bros do. And we're going to talk about one protocol that's been making some noise over the past few weeks. But before we get to any of that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. We're going to get straight into it. What is the cryptocurrency that we're going to be talking about today? We've been getting a lot of requests. We've been hearing a lot about this particular token, and that token is Chainlink. Chainlink right now at the current time this recording is coming in at number 12 per coin market cap, coming in right at $11.50. We're going to be looking at the technicals on this, so you don't want to miss this. Make sure you watch it to the end. Over the past week, Chainlink's up over 5%, $6.4 billion market capitalization. So looking at Link USDT on the weekly. So each one of these candles represents a weekly. As we showed you before, Link is coming in at $11.5. So how high can Link go? Well, what do we see here? What kind of formations? And are we going to see lower price action? Are we going to see more upside before we see more downside, or vice versa? Let's first look at moving averages. This is the moving average. This is the 20, and this is the orange line, and this is the 200. Now, we've showed you this in a lot of different videos, but moving averages are important. And specifically, the 20 and 200 are definitely important. So look at the 20. They always want to converge back. Now, this is on the weekly, and because we don't have that much price data, the 200 really started to show. So we're going to move this down to the 5-day so we can see a little bit more. And as you can see here, the 200 and the 20 were extremely, extremely far away at this point right here. You see there's a lot of space. And what we always tell you that they want to come back and they want to converge back together. They stretch apart and come back together. It's just, they're sinusoidal and they want to just come back together. That's what they do. But anyways, so that's what we had here. This came back down and we had the 20 cross over the 200. This is extremely bearish in the price action. As you see here, what happened? We fell off a cliff. You could see that this price started to exhaust up here, and we started to put in higher lows and lower lows. And common sense is you're seeing the 20 curl back down. You got that far extension. It's time for this price action to cool off. So Link went all the way up to $52. And look what it did. It pulled all the way back down to a low of roughly $4.72. So from there to where it is right now, Link's going on almost a 3x. It'll be a 3x around $14 and some change, but you get the picture. Right now was that time that you could have been accumulating down here. So as same way that this was stretched far apart, look where the 20 is compared to the 200. Once again, they're far apart. They came back down, kissed, and the 20 passed through. This is bearish price action. Traded sideways, established a new base. This is a strong base right here. As you see, this level here was something to pay attention to because we came down and we hit our head on this, got exhausted here, hit our head once, twice, then broke through it, and now came back down and retested it. So this is something to pay attention to, but look at the 20. The 20 is curling back up. And the same way when this crossed the opposite, coming from the top to the bottom, how the price action melted down. Well, we're going to see the price action melt up when this crosses this path. This is going to be a bullish indication, most definitely. Now, where could we go? Let's look at some fib extensions to see. We're going to have this pull down, pulled up to the previous peak, and we're going to see where the actual target could be for the 1.618. Look at that, a $222 Chainlink. Now, is this in the realm of possibility? Just doing some quick math, and we're going to do 222. We're using this 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. We're going to divide that from where we are right now, 11.55. That's a 19x from where we are right now. So every dollar you put in the market right now would then turn into $20. So keep that in mind. Like, that's a major, major price appreciation. Now, is this reasonable? Like, could we see this? Looking at Chainlink's market cap, so if it does about 19x, you're going to see 6.4 billion, multiply that by 19x. That's going to give you about $121 billion. So let's go into Chainlink and see what the price action is per the market cap and see what the all-time high was. So let's look at the all-time price. The all-time high market cap was roughly around $20 billion. So 121 is not out the realm of possibility there. It's a 6x higher than the previous high. Could that be what's in the cards? Potentially. Now, let's see here. If this was wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, we're waiting for wave 5 potentially. Let's draw this out so you guys can see with our Elliott impulse. So this could be wave 1. This could be your wave 2 pullback. This could be your wave 3. This could be wave 4. And then wave 5, how high is it going to go? Now, is it going to go 222? Potentially, but we want to take some measured moves here because we know the fifth leg is going to be just as long as the first leg. So the first leg measurement will take you back up to roughly $121. So that's the first leg. Let's measure the longest leg, the third leg. Now, let's pull this up. The third leg wasn't that much longer than the first leg. That takes up to about $220, which was technically where that 1.618 was. So could we fall short and just hit 200? Could that be what's in the cards? That's a possibility, most definitely. Could we even go higher? There's no denying the fact that Chainlink could be ramping up to melt some faces. So keep that in mind. Right now is the time you want to be accumulating down here. The price just blasted up. Now, this is the link versus the US dollar price chart. You want to always look at the Bitcoin price chart. You always want to look at what your altcoin can do in comparison to Bitcoin. Now, first we're going to look at our 20 and 200 and look where we're at once again. The 20 and the 200 crossed right here, and this was near the bottom. We had a retracement and put in a lower low, but look what happened. We got really far extended once again. There's a lot of space between here. Now, this is on the weekly. We're going to look on the 5-day once again. So you can see that when Link crossed down here, it got extremely overextended here. And look where we're at right now, being more overextended. And we're putting in lower lows and potentially lower highs. But this price action seemed to have broken out of this downwards channel. So could we see this come back to retest this channel as flipping resistance to support if we're having a continuation? But either way you cut the cloth, this could be looked at as two different pattern types. So we're going to look at this as a falling wedge, which is, that might be what it is. Where's the technical target from where this could be? This technical target would be up here around this 0.00168 level. Now, how big of appreciation is that from the Bitcoin dominance? If it comes back up to the peak, that goes up about 400%. So if you're buying Chainlink and you hit this wave to the upside, this could have a massive move in Bitcoin appreciation as well. It's looking a bit bullish. You don't want to miss this move. Now, if this is looked at as a bull flag, because it can look at this could be a falling wedge. This is our technical target 1. Now this is the extreme here. So just hold your breath. So look at this, could be some type of flag pattern as well. If this gets drawn a little bit differently, let's just draw this and then pull this up a little bit. This could be a parallel channel, so this could be a flag pattern. And the way this works is you pull the pull up to where the breakout would be, the last touch would be on the bottom, and the technical target would be way up here, which would then take Chainlink up against Bitcoin 3,600%. Ooh, that's a big appreciation in Bitcoin price. Are we going to see this? Link Marines, speak up. What do you see? Now, if it did go up this high, where's our extension showing us? This could be, in between the 1.618 and the 2.618, so it's not out the realm of possibility, but you just don't want to be overly greedy, because once you're in profit, you sort of want to take some off the table and lock that Bitcoin in with this Chainlink Bitcoin comparative. So that's what we see. The Bitcoin bros are showing you like right now could be an optimal time to buy in, because look, we broke out this downtrend here with the Link Bitcoin comparative, and also we broke out of a downtrend here. We didn't even show you this, but let's draw a trend line, and we can see that we had this fake out here, came back in, and we broke out, and we actually bounced off the 20, heading back up towards that 200 moving average around $15. So once we get through that $15 mark, it could be off to the races for Chainlink. Keep this in mind. This is what the Bitcoin bros see. And with that, if you guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.